Hi, and welcome to Apple's new customer support initiative. I'm keynote speaker Zahir Mansouri, and today I'll be guiding you through the new support system that Apple.com seeks to implement within their corporation. As we know, Apple is a trillion-dollar corporation who made just $90 billion this year alone in 2021. Just the first half of this year, Apple.com has been killing it in the market, boosting technology sales, getting more and more customers to buy iPhones, iPads, MacBooks, etc. And the company has been doing better than ever. However, a new problem has been reported for Apple's users. In fact, it's not very a new problem. It's more of a problem that users have been having as Apple puts more and more devices out, but doesn't have that much help for these users who want to use these new devices for a long time. As we know, technology is not everlasting. However, we do our absolute best to ensure that every user enjoys their device to its full capacity. Our devices have greater potential than they do have right now. And of course, we take so much pride in our devices in the present day. However, we strive to do better for our consumers. And if they're reporting that there have been problems with their device, we seek to improve these problems and solve them so that our users can enjoy their Apple products in the best way possible. Our technology has been reported to have issues in the long run. With our new initiative, we seek to solve the issues at hand and push to become a better corporation. The problem we face that many users report is a lack of longevity and reliability of their Apple device in the long run. With our initiative, we seek to change that. So let's just be clear here. We know that Apple devices are not on the cheaper end. We know that just the cheapest iPhone option right now is nearly around $400, the Apple iPhone SE. Users are paying a lot of money for our devices, and what we should do as a company who is taking so much of our profits from these consumers, we should help them make their products everlasting, help them enjoy their products even more and not have the problems that they're reporting. And that's why we bring to you a new customer support initiative called ECSI, brought to you by Apple.com. ECSI stands for Enhanced Customer Support Initiative, and the keyword here is enhanced. Of course, Apple has a good customer support initiative currently. However, we can always enhance it to make it even better. With ECSI, we have an idea that can change our company forever, in a good way, of course. We were presented with a problem, and now here's a global solution. So what ECSI does is implements a personalization between the customer and the employee at Apple. What the current support system is at Apple is that individuals would send their device to an Apple technician and they would fix it and they would charge them for this fix. However, if the customer has already spent so much money on their device, what an Apple technician should do is offer free troubleshooting advice to their customer. Meaning, this troubleshooting would be an in-person interaction between an Apple employee and a consumer who is seeking to have troubleshooting tips for their device. For example, if one were having a battery problem on their iPhone, saying that they've had this iPhone 11 for a year and a half and they're running into a very, very rapidly dying battery. What an Apple technician to do is have them bring in this device and see that this battery life is not the best it should be. So what the Apple technician will do is replace this battery absolutely free of charge with no charge by Apple, and the customer can go home with a perfectly new battery in their device and seek to have a better longevity for their device without spending an additional amount of money. So when we asked our customers to give us an advice on what we can do to make our customer support initiative better, we got a varying amount of responses. But the most key response that we got is that we would like to have interaction between an Apple employee. And this was very interesting to us because Apple employees seek to also have interactions with their consumers even more. And they don't want to be hidden in the dark saying that we just sell our devices and we don't talk to who's actually buying our devices. So what XE does is it gives us an opportunity to give the customers and the employees a chance to greet each other and interact about Apple and help them with their troubleshooting tips and have them increase their longevity for their Apple device. So initially, we started this XE initiative in fall of 2021. And this was a 6 month beta test where we tested the XE out to see how it works for these Apple customers and what their overall feedback is. So our positive feedback rate following our 6 month beta test was a whopping 97%. We sent out surveys, customer satisfaction surveys, and questionnaires for each of our beta test users and each of the people who were able to get troubleshooting tips from these Apple technicians. We selected a total a total of 7 cities in this world, and 5 of those cities were in the United States, 2 of them on an international level. And 97% of the users who use this new initiative that we put out gave a very positive feedback rate. And they were able to explain to us that this is what they look for in this trillion-dollar corporation. They look to see that they actually care about the consumers, and they don't just put out products without putting enough thought into having the empathy for the consumers. So the overall solution that we seek to solve at the beginning of this initiative is to have more longevity for their device. And following our service, we were able to see a 91% increase in the longevity of their device, meaning that those who have started in those 6 months and had troubleshooting in the beginning of those 6 months, after those 6 months, we received results saying that these users were able to see an incredible difference in their device, and they're able to use their device for even longer. Individuals who are using the iPhone 8 Plus in the year 2021 have been able to use it for an even longer time and don't have to spend money on their new device. And another indirect solution that we have solved, not necessarily a solution, but just an advantage that we have gained through our new initiative, is that we've seen an increase in profits after introduction of the new initiative in the select cities. More and more users are seeing that Apple cares for their consumers, and they're seeking to have their devices last longer. So there was an increase in profits as more and more iPhones and iPads were sold. And this was an incredible reaction by our consumers. They saw that we're seeking to help build a better initiative, so they buy more products. And another very good solution that we have found that we have also posed as a problem in the beginning is that customers would turn away from the company because of the longevity of their devices. They would turn away from Apple because they see that the Apple devices are not lasting for as long as they want to, and they want to use their devices for a longer amount of time. Therefore, after we implemented ECSI, these customers were able to see a better longevity for their devices. So we're able to retain more consumers and allow them to stay in the company and have them use their device for even longer, and not really question their own loyalty to Apple. Apple loyalty is something that we take a lot of pride in, and we love to see consumers who continuously come back to buy more products. So obviously with XC, there has been a lot of indirect and a lot of direct results. And the indirect result was an increase in product, and the direct result was retaining of consumers and getting a positive feedback rate for our new customer support system. Now, what we seek to do and what we seek to achieve is to bring XE to a global level. With the continuous support from Apple team and for that incredible feedback from our consumers, we strive to take this initiative to the next level. As you know, this beta test was implemented for 6 months from fall 2021 to the beginning of spring 2022. And we seek to implement this on a global level. Since our positive feedback rate has shown so much support and so much dedication to Apple by our project team, we seek to have a new customer support system on a global level. Obviously, we want to have these consumers use this customer support system since they found that it was so helpful for them, and we seek to implement it in each and every part of the world. A couple of things to remind Apple before they do seek to put this at a global level. Number one, COVID-19 is still a prominent issue in the world, and since face-to-face interactions may not be the ideal option for several countries around the world, what's going to be happening is that there's also going to be a digital option, meaning a digital option not with an automated system as the company currently has on the customer support system. It would be a digital interaction between an Apple employee or an Apple technician and a customer who seeks to troubleshoot their product. And this face-to-face interaction will be held over a webcam, and this will be just like the face-to-face interaction, but obviously on Zoom or on any digital platform that we seek to use when we're putting this on our website. So the future of Apple is here, and we seek to utilize all of our resources. We seek to employ new people all around the world to Apple and see this initiative take off to a global level. Our corporation is incredible already, and we've done business amazingly in this past year. However, we seek to improve this business because we want to keep our customers to a full satisfaction. And that's why Apple.com seeks to implement XE and push it to the global level. And we hope that you can take this initiative into consideration and put it into Apple permanently. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Zahir Mansouri, and here's to a new future for Apple.